do. You got to bail me out. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
So he's ready to go.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our 2013 State of the County Address. And please, for any of you who don't have a seat, there's some empty seats available. Please come on and help yourself to what's ever available. Don't be shy. Come on, Dina. We want you all to be comfortable. And if there's anyone that is out there that is in overflow, the Isaac Newton Center auditorium is available as well. So, today, I'm honored and I'm privileged representing First Five Commission as their CEO, and as Jolene Smith, a real person, I am honored to be serving as your Master of Ceremonies. Before we begin, I have a little task for all of you. And this is hard for me, so I know it's hard for you. But if you could take your phone and put it on mute, it would be great. Thank you. I have the honor and pleasure of working closely with Board President Yeage, who has been a member of our First Five Commission for 3 years, and this year he will be our Commission Chair. With his leadership and heartfelt, genuine care and concern for our youngest children and their families, First Five initiatives have thrived. And working in partnership with many of those of you here today, we have provided vital programs and services and actual benefits to our children, our youngest children in this community, and support for their families. Every child in Santa Clara County is closer to realizing our vision of growing healthy and strong and able to reach their full potential and inter-school learning with pathways opening for them for the rest of their life because of the leadership of our commission, and especially in Yeage. Leaders who take people and organizations to places they have never been before, to do something that has never been done before, moving all of us beyond the ordinary to the extraordinary, all for the greater good of our community. I believe President Yeage is that kind of leader, and I believe he thinks everyone in this room is that kind of leader as well. Or this county could not have accomplished what it has achieved thus far. It is with that belief in you, in your leadership, that today we extend our heartfelt welcome. We acknowledge and celebrate our successes together and invite you to join in the vision of the future, focused on all members of our community being healthy, safe, and thriving. We are honored and happy that many elected officials and leaders from our community are here with us today. We welcome all of you and extend an invitation to all of you to join us in celebrating our achievements, and with the help of your leadership, accept our invitation to join us in realizing our dreams for our county's future. Please stand as I call your name. Please hold your applause until I have finished calling everyone's name. County Supervisors, Vice President Mike Wasserman, Supervisors Dave Cortese, Joe Simidian, and George Shirakawa. County officials, Assessor Larry Stone, Sheriff Lori Smith, and representing District Attorney Jeff Rosen, Chief District Attorney Jay Borowski. House of Representatives, Anna Eshoo. California Senate, former State Senator Dan McCorkindale. City of San Jose, Mayor Chuck Reed. Council members Javier Campos, please stand. We want to welcome you and celebrate you as our leaders. Hanson Chu, Ash Kalra, Pierluigi Oliveiro, and that's because I'm Italian, I can do that, say that. Don Rocha. City of Campbell, Mayor Evan Lowe. City of Mountain View, Councilmember Margaret Abigoga. City of Palo Alto, Councilmember Liz Niss. And we are also pleased to have representatives from the following offices: Assemblyman Paul Fong, Assemblymember Rich Gordon, Assemblymember Bob Wachowski, Senator Ellen Corbett, and Senator Jerry Hill. Would we applaud our distinguished guests today? And with a welcoming hand, we are also grateful to have numerous partners from the business, labor, education, nonprofit community with us today. Thank you for your leadership, and please, let's all give them a round of applause. One of the things that I think is important to recognize in effective leadership is that the State of the County Address recognizes, embodied in the State of the County Address, is the recognition of how a leader in this community can take an idea and a concept and grow it to actually benefit our community beyond our wildest imaginations. And there's some characteristics of leadership that I think they're important to note, especially with all the leaders in this room today. And that is that a leader models the way and walks the talk, inspires a shared vision, challenges the forces, enables others to act, and encourages the heart. None of what we will hear today, or none of what has been achieved over the past year or in the past years, could have been achieved without that strong leadership. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Charlotte. And Charlotte is coming to the forefront to present our President, Yeager, with a special award. Charlotte, if you would please introduce yourself to our group and tell us why you're here today.
Thank you. I am here representing the California Center for Public Health Advocacy. We're a statewide organization that works on promoting healthy lifestyles, healthy communities, fighting the obesity and chronic disease prevention, chronic disease epidemics that our society is facing. And I'm the Director of Local Policy, and I know some of you here through the Healthy Eating, Active Living Cities campaign, which is something we're working on with the League of California Cities. But what I'm here to do is to present President Yeager with the California Center's 2012 Community Health Champion Award. And President Yeager has been instrumental in moving forward our movement in California to create healthier places and to create more opportunities for our residents to live healthy lives. He's been a fierce champion for health for the past 12 years, first as city council member in San Jose and as a supervisor and now president of the Board of Supervisors of your county and as a first 5 commissioner. And I just wanted to point out a couple of highlights that were included in his nomination by his colleague from San Jose State. He was instrumental in getting one of the state's first 100% healthy vending machine policies in San Jose. And then in 2010, the ordinance that required toys to be given away at restaurants that they meet nutritional guidelines, that was a first in the state and country as well. He has also worked very hard on the nutrition standards that the county is putting forward so that visitors, contractors, employees have healthy choices available to them. The policies that he has championed have really changed the conversation about nutrition and healthy choices in our region and in the state and in the nation. Supervisor Yeager has also done great work expanding parks and trails and has been a champion of tobacco control policies. So I wanted to acknowledge that President Yeager is a true champion for health in your county and also in the state of California. So I want to congratulate President Yeager and present this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte, and congratulations, President Yeager. For over the past 2 decades, Congresswoman Anna Eshoo has embodied the art of effective and strong leadership in all she does for all of us in the United States Congress. Her innovative spirit and approach as consensus builder has realized immense benefits to our community, including increasing health care access to children and families, improving public safety communications, protecting the environment, developing clean energy technologies locally, and modernizing Caltrain, and protecting the American dream of home ownership for many of our local families. Carrying Silicon Valley's hopes and dreams and needs to Washington, D.C. is no small task, yet she has met the challenge with passionate conviction, focus, and steadfast zeal, resulting in great benefits for all of us. She is a proud mother, an accomplished and inspiring leader, as well as an ardent member of our community. Here today to introduce President Yeager as he gives his State of the County address, it is an honor to ask you to please join me in welcoming Congresswoman Anna Eshoo.
Thank you very much, Jolene. Anytime there is a wonderful introduction, which was more than generous on Jolene's part, I always wish my children were in the audience. It is a real privilege and an honor to have been invited by Ken Yeager to be here today to celebrate with all of you, everyone in the audience, a distinguished guest, and so many colleagues in public service. To be here with you and with the distinguished Board of Supervisors of Santa Clara County. And to the newest member of the board, my friend Joe Simidian. It's good to see you back in the chamber. Isn't it good to be home? It's good to be home. The board has chosen Ken Yeager to be president of the board. And I know what that responsibility is, as well as the responsibilities that each member of the board shoulders, because I come from county government in San Mateo County for 10 years. I always say 10 of the most productive years of my life. And what is the mark of that leadership of Ken's? It is broad in scope, and every aspect of it, the responsibilities of a county supervisor. The air that we breathe and his representation on the Bay Area Air District Quality Board. The work that he has done in health care. Is there anything that affects the citizenry more than their access to quality health care? That improves a baby's life and gives them every opportunity going forward, and it's why he earned the award that was just given to him. Transportation that moves all of our citizens, and the electrification of Caltrain and his leadership in that. Ken has a broad background academically. What stands out to me is that he studied at the Kennedy School, the John F. Kennedy School of Government. What better place to learn even more? He has been a leader in ethics, where people are so hungry across the country for moral and ethical leadership, as well as knowledgeable leadership that will move a community forward. So today, when one thinks of how old this county is, since 1850, its founding, this leader, together with his colleagues on the board, will forge forward in a place that is no longer called the Valley of the Heart's Delight, but Silicon Valley, to bring innovation to everything that the county does, a transparency to its citizenry, accomplishments building on those of the past, and also seizing the challenges that are ahead. I can think of no better leader of the Board of Supervisors to be leading the board in this season, where we all know that it is the duty and the responsibility to do something that is noble and good for humankind. I have every confidence that President Ken Yeager will do that with his colleagues, and that we are all in excellent hands for everything that is to come, to shape what is to come collectively for one of the most diverse and distinguished counties in the state of California, Santa Clara County. It's an honor to be here with you, and I present to you your President of the Board of Supervisors, Ken Yeager.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you all for coming this morning. I want to particularly thank you, Anna, for that kind introduction. I appreciate that somehow you were able to leave out all my faults in that introduction, and I appreciate that. We've known each other for a very long time, and I'm pleased to call you a good friend and mentor. Somehow, over the years, as you've dealt with disagreeable Republicans in Congress, you have remained one of the nicest, most polite, and genuine people that I know. Jolene mentioned many of your legislative accomplishments, so I won't repeat them, but you have served your constituents and your country very well. Jolene did not mention one thing, though. You were recently named one of Capitol Hill's 50 most beautiful people in Washington, D.C. I'm a little jealous, though, because I haven't even been recognized by Metro as one of the most 5 beautiful people on the Board of Supervisors. It's tough competition, I don't know here. And Jolene, thank you for being MC. I've had the pleasure of working with you for many years in your role as Chief Executive of First Five of Santa Clara County. I know how critical you are to its mission of supporting the healthy development of children prenatal through age 5. Under your leadership, First Five has worked closely with policymakers and community organizations to create innovative programs that improve the lives and education and well-being of thousands of children in our county. Day in and day out, you lead First Five with intelligence, commitment, and passion, along with the thousands of families that benefit from the work of First Five. I appreciate all that you do. I would like to take a moment to thank Charlotte Dixon from the California Center for Public Health Advocacy for coming today to present me with the Community Health Champion Award. I have spent much of my career focusing on health issues, and I'm grateful for the recognition. I also want to recognize Dr. Marjorie Friedman, an associate professor in the Department of Nutrition, for nominating me for this award. I appreciate the work that we have done on health issues. Thank you, Dr. Friedman. Next, I would like to express my gratitude to my wonderful staff. I know that we have many elected officials here, and I know I speak for all of them that it is our staff that makes us look as good as we do, even though Metro won't seem to have me as one of the good-looking supervisors. But my staff, which are all here, are hardworking, highly capable, and committed to the purpose of county government. I often get the credit for my work, but I know that it is each of them that do the heavy lifting. So thank you, and if my staff could please stand and be acknowledged. I would especially like to recognize my partner, Dr. Michael Habrek. Michael is a dedicated psychiatrist who contributes to the health and well-being of the people in our community, and I'm very proud of the work that he does. I'm very grateful for the support and encouragement he gives me as well. Michael, would you please stand? Lastly, I want to thank our over 15,000 county employees for the commitment to the needs of our community. Prior to the start of our program, we ran a slideshow of some of our dedicated employees at work. Without a doubt, they are county government's most important asset. Please know that I and the entire Board of Supervisors appreciate everything that you do on a daily basis. Before stating my goals for 2013, I want to take a brief moment to look back to when I stood before you in 2010 as the incoming president of the Board of Supervisors and outlined my 12 key objectives. I'm pleased to report that all of them were achieved. We passed a stronger local preference policy. We implemented key best practices to improve employee wellness. We strengthened anti-smoking laws. We established food standards for county-sponsored events. We ensured that county-sponsored activities are zero-waste events. We banned the single use of plastic bags in unincorporated areas. We mandated that the county government center use 100% renewable energy. We improved accessibility to the county government center. We restored funding to critical public health and drug and alcohol programs. We created an Office of Sustainability. We achieved more equitable representation for our county on the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and we created important partnerships and collaborations to improve community health. My goals for 2013 are as ambitious as they were in 2010, if not more so. The National Affordable Care Act will take effect 1 year from today. Therefore, my top priority this year is to make sure that Santa Clara County is prepared for national health care reform. As President of the Board of Supervisors, Chair of the Health and Hospital Committee, and Vice Chair of the California State Association of Counties Health and Human Services Committee, I will be devoting much of my time to this issue. We must get it right. Literally, the lives of tens of thousands of people in our county depend on it. Already, we have committed to new information systems, new clinics, increased access to primary care, and more effective partnerships with our safety net providers. However, the challenge of national health care reform require us to redouble our efforts. We must measurably improve health outcomes, improve client satisfaction, and lower the total cost of care. It is our dedication to these goals, the so-called triple aim, that will make us the provider of choice in Santa Clara County. In order to achieve our goal of quality health care for all, our county must, 1, provide sufficient access to care for the expected 20,000 new Medi-Cal beneficiaries in our county. 2, work with the social service agencies to streamline our complicated eligibility process. 3, improve care coordination for those residents who already have Medi-Cal and for those who are likely to qualify for health insurance through the benefit exchange. And 4, strengthen our collaborations with local stakeholders and community-based partners to enhance outreach, education, and enrollment efforts so that people know their options, get covered, establish a medical home, and most importantly, improve their health. The next several months are particularly critical as the state decides the role and extent of county involvement in health care reform implementation. Because we need regulations and support that help rather than hinder local efforts, I will be asking our county executive to come to the board with a plan to hire a lobbyist in Sacramento to focus solely on health care reform. Ensuring that every child in Santa Clara County has access to comprehensive, high-quality health care is a concept that we have long embraced. We were the first county to adopt a 100% coverage goal and contributed significant funds to our Healthy Kids initiative. The recession left us short of meeting that target, but the recent passage of Measure A reaffirmed the importance of this objective to voters. Therefore, I propose that the county recommit to providing medical and dental coverage to all kids in need by using some of the Measure A funds approved by voters last November. I look forward to working with our partners. Including the Family Health Plan and Foundation, First Five, the City of San Jose, to accomplish this. 100% coverage of all kids in need. It's going to be wonderful. Next, I want to touch on gun violence, something that is very much on all of our minds here and throughout the country. The horrific, senseless shootings we have seen over the past year highlight a particular need for us to focus on this issue. Congresswoman Eshoo and our allies in Washington are doing all they can at the national level. But I believe that we can make a significant impact here at the local level. To that end, I will be working with Sheriff Lori Smith and District Attorney Jeff Rosen to create a comprehensive program to curb gun violence by reducing the number of guns in our county. Specifically, I would like to create a gun buyback program that allows county residents to voluntarily turn in their firearms, no questions asked, in exchange for cash. In addition, there are people in our community who are ineligible to possess firearms because they have felony convictions, they have restraining orders placed against them, or they are having been determined by a court to be a danger to themselves or others. According to a monthly report compiled by the Attorney General, there are 529 people in our county who can no longer legally possess firearms. It is estimated that those individuals own 1,239 guns, 54 of which are assault rifles. That is why I will be working with Sheriff Smith to have those residents surrender their guns. I want to thank you, Sheriff Smith, for all the work that you have done on public safety. I've always valued your leadership and look forward to working with you on this. Adult and childhood obesity remains a serious health concern. Almost 1 in 4 children in Santa Clara County is overweight or obese. And in some communities, that number is 1 in 3. 1 in 3 children in our county. Obese children have a higher risk of developing high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and other serious illnesses that will affect them into adulthood. If we do not reverse this trend, this generation of children will likely live shorter lives than their parents. A major contributor to both child and adult obesity is the overconsumption of sugar-loaded beverages. That is why I will ask our Public Health Department to develop strategies aimed at reducing high-sugar, high-caloric beverage consumption. When I think of what they're doing in New York, I hope that we can come up with innovative programs like that in Santa Clara County. If we are going to ask children and youth to give up sugar-loaded beverages, we need to offer them a good alternative. Water remains the best choice. And newly available hydration stations that fill reusable containers with filtered water have shown promise in encouraging increased water consumption. Last year, voters approved Measure B, which earmarks funds to install up to 250 hydration stations in local schools. The Santa Clara Valley Water District will soon be working with organizations like First Five to roll out this program. In conjunction with that effort, I am asking the Public Health Department to create a program to finance additional hydration stations in areas where kids and children gather. In 2013, thank you. And I just want to say, when I brought this idea to First Five and Jolene, she instantly said, we need to be a part of that, and I've always appreciated the encouragement that she's given me. In 2013, I will continue to support specific initiatives that focus on preventive health. The CDC recently selected winnable battles that are public health priorities with large-scale impacts on health, including food safety, HIV, teen pregnancy, nutrition, obesity, and tobacco. While we in Santa Clara County continue to focus on all of these areas, I am including several of these goals for this year. HIV/AIDS remains a major health concern. There are over 3,000 people living with HIV/AIDS in our county. To drastically reduce transmission rates, testing is crucial. Knowing one's HIV status lessens the likelihood of affecting others and helps residents receive the treatment they need. That is why I will be working with the Public Health Department to expand HIV testing programs. I just want to take a moment to recognize Mr. Ferrer, where are you? For all of what, there you are, for all the work that you've done, certainly of the health for our community with the Health Trust, but particularly when it comes to decreasing the transmission rates of HIV/AIDS in our community. Recent FDA approval of home testing for HIV gives us an opportunity to reach that population. I will be asking Public Health to create a pilot project to provide 500 home kits at no cost to those at risk who have not been tested. If the pilot program is successful, we will expand it. And in the room, I know we have our county executive and our county health officer and our county health department head, so I'm sure they've all heard that message. Cases of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis continue to rise as well. Last month, I asked the Public Health Department to assess STD and family planning services in our community to ensure that adequate and readily available testing is available. In addition, the Public Health Department will be launching new efforts to reach young people and others at risk to encourage them to get tested. The ad campaign will begin in April, which is STD Awareness Month. You can see examples of the ads on the posters in the lobby. In recent years, the Public Health Department conducted both a Latino and a Vietnamese health assessment to determine the unique needs of those communities. In addition, our Public Health Department develops periodic health status reports outlining key health issues, challenges, and the disparities in our community. I look forward to the opportunity to utilize and build on the knowledge we gain from these studies and strongly support the Public Health Department's efforts to perform a community-wide health assessment and action plan. I'm calling on them to include a special study of both the African American and LGBT communities to expand on their work. Another need is for more universal and more frequent developmental screenings for young children during their well-child pediatric visits. In Santa Clara County, more than 18,000 children under the age of 6 are thought to have developmental delays that go unidentified until they reach kindergarten. Often this leads to lifelong problems, many of which could have been prevented with earlier screening. That is why I'm asking VMC and our clinics to perform routine developmental screenings for all children as recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics. We know that physical health is linked to mental health and substance use disorders. As such, the county is focusing on a patient-centered care model that integrates mental health and substance use disorders treatment into primary care services. Furthermore, since there are a high percentage of individuals who have co-occurring mental health and substance use disorders, I am supporting a consolidation of the Department of Mental Health and the Department of Alcohol and Drug Services into a combined behavioral health department. The county must continue to focus on conserving natural resources and combating climate change. We've become a national leader on these issues, and I'm proud of all that we've done to advance sustainability in our county, and I'm excited what we will tackle in 2013. To further reduce greenhouse gas emissions, I want the county to encourage the use of electric vehicles. To accomplish this, electrical wiring should be installed in new homes and commercial buildings so that electric vehicle chargers can be easily added if owners want them. To spur that opportunity, I am calling for the county to update its building codes to include this capability in all new residential and commercial construction. We have another opportunity to be better stewards of our planet. We need to make sure that more of the waste that we produce at home and work is composted and does not go into landfills. In unincorporated Santa Clara County, 25% of the waste is food waste. As our contracts with waste haulers come up for renewal, I will work with the Integrated Waste Management Division to include residential and commercial food waste collection in our new contracts. Of course, there are many more issues that deserve attention in the upcoming year, and I want to just briefly mention a few of them. Our senior population is growing rapidly, especially with me joining their groups, and will require more resources to be focused on chronic diseases. Last year, the county's Department of Aging and Adult Services led the creation of a seniors agenda. The Board of Supervisors will continue to provide leadership and support in 2013 as we enter into the implementation phase of this community-developed seniors agenda. The Social Services Agency is working to increase by 20% a year for the next 3 years the participation in CalFresh, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. This would equate, and this is great, this would equate to more than 10,000 additional applicants, helping to lessen the pervasive problem of hunger and food insecurity that plagues even prosperous counties like ours. There's absolutely. There is growing evidence that trauma survivors have unique needs. Trauma-informed services are based on understanding the vulnerabilities of survivors that traditional services may exacerbate. Over the past year, the county cross-agency services team has led an effort to adopt trauma-informed services and practices across county departments and agencies as a preventative strategy. I look forward to the team's success as it implements these strategies. We owe a debt of gratitude to Santa Clara County's over 70,000 veterans of military service. Yet we know that Veterans Administration is often slow in providing the services that they need. That is why our county departments and agencies must work closely with the VA to ensure that our veterans receive the benefits to which they are entitled. We must look at ways to continue to fund affordable housing in our county. With the elimination of redevelopment agencies, a significant source of affordable housing dollars went away. New solutions are needed, and the county can take the lead in identifying new local funding strategies. Finally, I'm proud to announce that we are working to ensure that lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth in our juvenile justice system are treated with fairness and dignity. Starting with the probation department, we are training our county staff to strengthen their professional competency on LGBT youth issues. I am looking forward to tackling these and many other challenges that face our county. Being a county supervisor has been the most rewarding job that I have ever had. That is why I'm announcing today that I intend to run in 2014 for my third and final term on the Board of Supervisors and not for any other office. There is very important work to be done here, and I'd be honored to be part of the team that accomplishes it. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. It's a big day for me. It's a big day for Michael and me, and I just really appreciate all of your support. There's a lot of work that we need to do, but this is an incredible county. I think we all know that we're the most diverse place on the planet, and we all work together. We all have great leaders, and it's because we honor and respect each other, we continue to outdistance everybody else in this country and the world. And it just takes a lot of hard work, and all of us, I know, are ready to pitch in. But we need to eat and be well fed, particularly with healthy food. And you can imagine what a healthy lunch that you are going to have. There's no sugar in this lunch at all. So if please, thank you for coming, and if you would join me in the lower level for lunch. Thank you all very much.